By the edge of a quiet fishing village called Seabreeze, there was a wide, blue sea that stretched endlessly into the horizon. The villagers lived simple lives, fishing, mending nets, and telling stories by lantern light. Among them was a young boy named Raffi, who loved the ocean more than anything. He would spend hours sitting on the rocks, watching the waves and dreaming of adventures. One morning, after a night of heavy storms, the sea was rough and dark. The fishermen noticed something unusual. The water near the shore was swirling strangely. When they looked closer, their faces turned pale. A giant shark had swum into the shallow bay. It was enormous, longer than any fishing boat, with gray skin that shimmered like steel. The villagers panicked. "It's a monster," shouted one man. "We must chase it away before it attacks." But Raffi looked closer and saw something others didn't. The shark wasn't moving fast or hunting, it was struggling. Its tail was tangled in a thick fishing net that had drifted from the sea. The poor creature was trapped and weak. "It's hurt. Raffi, cried. It's not here to attack us. It needs help." The adults laughed nervously. "You can't help a shark. Boy, it'll eat you alive." But Raffi didn't listen. That night, when the village slept, he quietly took a small boat and rowed into the moonlit bay. The shark was still there, Borelli, mobbing its eyes full of pain. Raffi's heart pounded, but he whispered softly, "Don't be afraid. I'm going to help you." With shaking hands, he leaned over and began cutting the tangled net with his knife. Every time the shark moved, Raffi froze, terrified. But slowly, the ropes loosened. The shark stayed still, watching him silently, as if it understood. After what felt like hours, the last piece of net came free. The shark gave a mighty flick of its tail, creating a huge wave that almost threw Raffi's boat over. He gasped, then saw the great creature circle his boat once before gliding back into the open sea. For a brief moment, it looked as if the shark nodded at him a silent thank you before disappearing beneath the waves. The next morning, the villagers found Raffi sleeping on the shore, his boat half filled with torn nets. When he told them what happened, many didn't believe him until a week later, when something extraordinary occurred. The fishermen had gone out far into the sea, and a storm had begun to rise. Their boats were caught in huge waves, but then, out of the deep blue, a massive shadow appeared beneath the boats. It was the same shark, and instead of attacking, it swam around them, guiding them toward calmer waters. The fishermen returned safely, and from that day on, no shark ever harmed a single boat near Seabreeze village. The villagers began calling the creature guardian of the sea. Raffi often returned to the shore, sitting by the rocks and staring into the waves. Sometimes, he would see a great fin cutting through the water in the distance, a silent reminder of a friendship born from courage and kindness.